So I wanted to make a video about how men can support women emotionally, but I really haven't thought it out on I can't really provide step by step, like step one, this is what you can do, step two. So I'm going to just explain the dynamic that we find ourselves in. Gone are the days when men are like true providers. Like there's nothing wrong with not being able to have a stay-at-home wife, okay? Because the way that we're being the way that we're being pushed in society economically, I feel like it's understandable. Like, you would have to take out a second mortgage or have like multiple streams of income if you want her to stay at home. The problem is that I think men are being reared to, I guess, expect a wife who, like, I've seen it. I've seen it in my own personal life where older women are like, you're the provider and you give. And so I think that because they're not the sole provider anymore, but they're being reared with this idea that they're expecting, that they believe that that's all that's needed is to provide resources and financial support. So when they do provide it, even it's always going to be lacking today if they're not providing it 100%, which is really damn near impossible for your average person. Now, there are men who can do that, because they're able to do it. But if you're not getting $8,000 a month or more, I don't really see how it's possible to have a woman stay at home and be satisfied, where she's like, hey, I can just get a card and spend, a basic, get my hair done. Basic hair, like going to the hair salon every 2 weeks, is basic hair care. And it could be about $1,000 each every 2 weeks. So, and then like getting your nails done and you're going to the spa and grocery shopping and clothing shopping and all that. So like every 2 weeks, I guess you'll be looking at maybe allowing your partner to spend up to $2,000, which sounds like a lot, but again, this is like in the extreme. Like, this is the highest amount that you could spend on average self-care. So I was just saying, like, if a woman if she was high maintenance, she would probably spend maybe $1,500 every 2 weeks on like shopping and hair and getting her nails done and stuff like that. And that's just average high maintenance. Like, there's some people that spend more, but I'm just looking at like what some women spend who are the wives of lawyers and doctors and stuff like that. So that's what I looked into personally, to see exactly like what a stay-at-home woman would spend on herself and on the household, and also on just shopping. Like, and this is like her being frugal. And I know it sounds extreme, but it's like not really, not necessarily, because when I shop for my household and I'm working, just food alone is like $600 a month. So, I have a baby, so formula is fucking expensive. I can't imagine if my partner was just 100% providing everything. Like I said, you would, if you, knowing myself and knowing how I like to shop and what I like to spend, and I know my partner would have to get over $8,000 a month. So, I'm working. I'm not working full time. I'm working part time. So that means that my partner's at least getting half of that, or maybe a little more. But if I was to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay home, I think he would have to get double of what he's getting, because our economy is, everything's so damn expensive. But because we're working now, like there's so many working women, I think that men should be ushered or guided to provide the emotional support that they desire from us when they're being providers, because we too now are being providers, but they're not being guided to give that type of emotional support. Like, you're going to be like the whole, like the what do you, like when how I was raised, it's like, make sure you tell your man that he's going to be successful and that he's capable, and make sure you uplift him and stuff like that. But guys, it's more like they're being reared to just provide financial support and resources. But it's like women are also providing financial support and resources. So what is lacking? And it's the emotional support that comes from the hard work that we put in, and on top of sharing household work. Like, still today, there are many men who just aren't being reared from being young boys until grown-ass men to be hands-on fathers, and they're not being reared to be like in the home helping cooking and cleaning. I do see it, like my partner is very much engaged when it comes to being hands-on. Nobody's perfect. Like, my relationship isn't perfect. It has its ups and downs. There are things that we need to work on. There are things that I feel like, we have to make progress on in my own life. But that's every relationship, right? That's every connection. Nothing's perfect. But I think that's partly the uplifting. Like, you're a queen. You can do it. I have faith in you. You can lead. And then like since we're doing the cooking, cleaning, child rearing predominantly, or we're more hands-on in the home, but we're still working, it would be nice to have like a bath drawn, a massage, red wine poured, before, like, for us. Like, I would love to, in my own could you imagine coming home and like you're taking care of the kids and you're putting them to bed, and then you turn around and like, hey, here's your glass of wine, and go get a bath. I made you a bath, and like, here's some good music, and when you get into the bed, I'm going to give you a foot massage. Like that, a lot of guys don't do. They expect that, but they don't do it. It's really sad, but that is kind of helpful. And then, but also there's the uplifting, like just the conversation of, giving that emotional support. And what I notice, a lot of older women will just break down. Working women who are younger, a lot of older women from older generation who are retired, they just are like, they have this mentality of like, well, the man is supposed to provide, so you should be grateful that you have a man because he's providing, but it's not the same type of providing that maybe grandpa was giving you, or maybe great grandfather was giving great grandmom and stuff. It's not the same. We live in different times. But the mental, emotional strain that we as women endure when we bring children into the world, and how we are taking on a lot the emotional support is vital, and it's not there. So what are things you can do? Uplifting her, buying her flowers, telling her that she's beautiful, that she's capable. Maybe giving a massage, pouring some wine, gift giving. Those little gestures are very helpful, rather than here's my dirty clothes, here's the list of things I need you to go shopping for. I didn't like your food that you cooked today. Etc., etc. All right, that's part one. Part two is gonna be way more in depth because I'll have time tomorrow to dissect things. And yeah, bye.